Oh, hello, my friends. During our trip to Tanzania, we had an opportunity to take part in a safari by visiting two different national parks. One is called Tarangire National Park that we visited on the first day. Inside the park, you travel in a jeep. It's a jeep with the open roof that you can look outside. You are not allowed to get out of the jeep because of the animals that are very many around. First, we went to this watering hole where we saw very many different animals, including giraffes, including zebras. We saw a lion sleeping in the acacia tree, and then after we drove around the national park. For interest purposes, Tarangire National Park is a park with the largest agglomeration or concentration of elephants in the world, and it is very famous throughout the world as a so-called elephant paradise. In general, Tanzania is making a huge effort to protect the wildlife and to protect its nature. There are 22 national parks total in Tanzania, offering most amazing views of grasslands, woodlands, different rock formation, and beautiful mountains, such as, for example, Mount Kilimanjaro, but also many other mountains. And obviously, the most famous park in Tanzania, and the largest, one of the largest in the world, is Serengeti, but we didn't go to that one. In Tarangire National Park, we also had the opportunity to see different baobabs, which are very impressive trees and very characteristics for this part of Africa, for the savannas. We saw some monkeys, but not very many, and we saw many gazelles, mostly two kinds, the Thomson gazelle and the grand gazelle, and very many animals that are called wildebeest. The next day, we went to Ngorongoro crater. Technically, it is not a national park, it is called conservation area, but that's totally irrelevant. It's a very interesting formation because it's an old volcano, 560 million years in fact, and with a huge crater, huge caldera, and inside caldera there are animals. And the walls of the caldera are about 20 kilometers apart, so it's a large circle, approximately 20 kilometers in diameter, and the animals are inside. They cannot really escape because the walls are quite tall, approximately 400 feet, and therefore the animals have to live inside and they have no way to get out. And obviously there is everything that they need, which means grass, water, and some bushes, but not very many trees. In Ngorongoro National Park, there are many zebras, many wildebeest, no elephants, but we saw some lions and we saw hyenas and we saw a huge number of hippopotamuses that are staying in the wet areas, or kind of like a bog or like a swamp or like a river that flows very slowly. Also, in the Ngorongoro National Park, we saw some birds that usually conglomerate at the shore of the lake, because there is also a lake inside there that is being fed by some springs. During our visit to Ngorongoro, This one lady was celebrating her birthday, and here we have a short clip.
Od nowa.
Dzięki wszyscy kochani, że jesteście ze mną, że dzieliliście ze mną ten cudowny sukces i dzisiaj jesteście w czasie tego fantastycznego dnia. Wokół 1 000 000 zwierzaków i jest genialnie po prostu.
Brawo! Piotruś, życzenia dla żony.
No nie ja obchodzę, słuchaj, ale kochanie, życzę Ci, żebyś zdobyła jeszcze pozostałe elementy korony świata.
O nie.
Wyrazy współczucia.
Ale tort kroisz.
To kroisz.
Dobra, okej, ale...
Here we can see the Ngorongoro National Park. As we are driving out, you can see from the top and the last look at the Ngorongoro from the rim, from the top. Ngorongoro is not only very famous, but also it is recognized as a UNESCO heritage site, and also it is one of the 7 natural wonders of Africa, so it is definitely worth the visit. After the national park, we went to the souvenir shop where we saw some beautiful carvings of different animals such as lions, giraffes and others, and some artifacts produced by the local population.